Too much. Alright, they're already starting to work on the patty. So what I'm looking at is they've got bees in the top box. I want to get down to the bottom box to see if they got bees down there as well. To see how productive they are already. And we'll swap this out now. And because they're foraging so much, hopefully they'll leave me alone.
Yeah.
Oh, you mean along the outsides?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's too big.
Yeah, it's too much. Actually, I might just swap all the lid and everything and pull this
Yeah,
out.
that's fine.
A little moisture on the moisture cloth. Doing its job. Those bees out. That would be nice if you wanted it to be stuck like that. Nice and tight. Okay, so this will go back on them. So it has a spacer, but or a moisture cloth, will double it up. Alright, so do you have anything holding this up, or it's just kind of slipped on?
No, it just slipped on.
That makes it easier, because a lot of people put nails and stuff to kind of put in position. But these plastic koozies, you just kind of corner at a time. Slowly raise it up, because you definitely don't want to rip the koozie. Nice and slow. You sound like Bob Ross. Nice little gentle strokes. Don't upset the balance of the painting. Alright, so again, the bees are clearly up here. I want to see what they're working down at the bottom. Crack this side. Very well sealed. Nice propolis crack. I'm going to lift the back end and then rotate the box to break the propolis seal. See if any bees are flying out the back end. Not too many yet. This box is heavy though. I can feel it. We're going gloveless, so extra careful with the hands. I can't see underneath there, but there's probably some bees, so just kind of quickly brush. Raise this on my knee. Stack it up. And they got lots of babies down here. So, because they're doing so well, here we are, what is it, March 12th or something? Some bee colonies are going to be much smaller than this, but they got bees in both boxes. We don't need to rotate. I'm going to check for brood down here. I expect to find some. Here's an old mite patty. Again, going super slow. Actually, we'll take that out completely. Work this outside frame. They're looking good. So, one hand here, J-hook holding the other side. Blank on this side, good corners of honey. That's all incoming nectar. That hasn't been there all year probably, so they're bringing it in, man.
Yeah, that's good.
Good signs, good signs. And then I must go ease all the way into the middle. Get to one of the inner frames. They're checking me out. They're checking me out. They're hanging out. One of the things I like to teach is if you wave your hand over kind of fast, these bees are not jumping at me, so they're very, let's call them docile, but they're definitely not defending too hard. But I still want to be mindful. That's a lot of babies. I see brood. I want to see eggs. And I see eggs on the very bottom. I don't want to get them too cold, so I'm going to do a quick pass for Queenie on this. I don't see any queen cups. There's a queen cup, no egg in it. A lot of healthy brood. This is looking great, great, great. So I would say this box, looking at the seams here, there's bees on the very outside, there's bees on the very second to very outside on this side. All the way across, some of these outside frames don't have bees all the way here. This box is almost full. This box is about halfway full. So I would say they're good to go for a little bit. We'll give them some brood patty to try and get them as big as possible. Because once that vine maple, or the big leaf maple starts hitting, they're going to be storing big time. And the reason why I say that is you're going to get a nuke soon. And as they start building resources, you guys shoveling the resources to that nuke. Get these up to both of them relatively equal strength really fast. So don't hesitate to do that.
So the brown bag should be a pollen.
This one's pollen, yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm going to say they don't need any more winter patties
Okay.
because they are rolling. And because I know they have brood down here, I'm going to stick this with the brood. If they have brood up here, which is not necessary to check right now, then it will be close to them as well. But if we put this all the way on the top, they have to come all the way up to feed the brood. So we're going to give him straight down, right on top of the brood. Push that over. Oh, shook him up. I shook him up. Right across the top. And I usually bounce it a little as I lay it so they can run between the frames. There's a little beauty. And then stick it back together. So things are looking amazing. And again, I don't want to do too much more because it is still kind of cold out. But I would say, in a couple of weeks, temperature's going to be up. Do some mite checks just to kind of see where they're at, give them a little more space. They're going to build up pretty fast. This is looking great. I know a lot of beekeepers out there wish their colonies look like this right now. So for this time of year, it's extra good. Oh no, it stung me. Ow. Poor thing. Alright. So notice I just took this thing out by rubbing my hive tool across it really hard. And now, again, watch my fingers. Excuse me. And again, the weight on that box is pretty good, probably about 45, 50 pounds. If you're moving boxes right now and it's not heavy, you want to make sure to reset the propolis seals. So give it a good push. This one's heavy enough, I don't need to do that at all. And we'll give them a spacer for that patty. Moisture cloth down. Lid on top. They are good to go. This one on just so the weather doesn't get in. Oops, let me put a koozie back on. Get those corners. So as I was looking at the frame, brood, incoming nectar, larvae, eggs, all ages. Everything looked like nice, bright white, nothing to worry about. Didn't see any deformed wings. There's a little bit of crawling action out front. Nothing that I see that's problematic, but lots of pollen. There's a little bit of dead bees there. It's expected across winter. So everything's looking up. So check them in 2 weeks. Just keep an eye on. Looking great.